Welcome back to CFW in our TEW 2020 playthrough. So right now I think creatively we're in a bit of a high. We're about to become a small size promotion. I mean, we're in debt, but we're chipping away at our debt here. We're at 30, we got to get to 35. The higher our attendance, the more money we're going to make and all that. So we're moving in the right direction, but I don't know how sustainable it is. So if we go to roster, we're probably going to lose Abdul the Butcher. He has a 45 popularity. Luckily, he did stick around to put over Rocky Johnson to be the Canadian heavyweight champion. So, Rocky Johnson, 25, definitely someone who can be a name for us in the future. So, thanks to Abdullah for, putting him over. But it's tough. He left to go wrestle in Alberta, and basically he's going to stay there. So, it is what it is. But yeah, we have guys, Dusty Rhodes. We have talent, but the problem is our popularity may not be able to carry our talent. Because Nikolai Volkov has had some really good matches, but if you put Nikolai Volkov against, say, Dusty Rhodes, which, while we know in real life was a money program, right now it might be, oh, what are we doing watching two people we don't care about? It might hurt our ratings, even though they do put on ratings sometimes better than the main matches we put on. Sorry, my dog is saying hi to me right now. So if you hear some sniffing and some licking, whenever I start talking, my dog has to come over and investigate, be involved because he's a working dog. You know what? I'll just a little bit of celebrity. Let me just turn on. Oh, he's walking away. I was going to turn on the webcam for a second so you could see him since he's interrupting our playthrough here, but it is what it is. If you watch the hockey content, you'll occasionally see him. And then we also have Jimmy Snuka. Like, we have people, but, it is tough right now. I am going to go through and do a road agents real quick. Make sure that the only people who are road agents are people with really good booking skills. So just sit tight while I do that. All right, everyone. Finally remembered to do that. So our only road agents are, see if I can find them. Of course, Enrique Torres. I kind of consider Enrique Torres our head of creative here, even though he has at 0. All of his matches have been pretty good, so I don't know why. I don't know what the right one for road agenting is, but all the people who kind of did well, I think Leo Gribaldi, we'll try Leo Gribaldi as well. I kind of went on booking skill, but who knows what it really is. But because you look at his stats, it makes no sense for Enrique to be as good as he is with his booking skill. But it is what it is. And yeah, that's it. I do have plans for Abdul the Butcher if we can get him one more time, but I'm not sure that we can. So just that's something to watch for in the next episode of CFW Live. If we can finalize any plans we have for Abdul the Butcher. But I mean, Abdul, if he's gone, he's gone. He dropped the title clean. That's all we're here for. So see you guys for CFW Live in 6 days in the game. Moment for you, probably about 20-30 minutes. Okay, so starting things off with a rookie showcase here where Jimmy Snuka actually was booked to defeat Nikolai Volkov. I don't always book the finishes to the rookie showcase because they're not televised. I always think they'll give it to the more popular one, but maybe I will have to start focusing because although they did give the babyface the good win, so there's that, but they have a great match. And now let's get on to the main show. And making his debut, Gene Knitsky, he challenges the young rookie, Roddy Piper. The two have a very good match. The idea was, I forgot, not make myself a road agent, but hopefully we don't have any other road agent problems in the future. That's on me. But you know what? They had a great match. Solid way to open the show. We're kind of becoming like, as Bret Hart would like to call it, the WCW, where our opening matches are better than our main event. So, and then next up, Gene Knitsky and Roddy Piper shake hands. Basically, Gene Knitsky endorsing Roddy Piper after the fight Roddy Piper put up in this match. And next up in a solid match, and of course, they default to me. We have all the competent road agents as road agents. So basically, Rocky Johnson and Thor Hagen defeat the Missouri Mauler and Gorgeous George in a solid match. Yeah, basically just showcasing the new Canadian heavyweight champion. And then Rocky Johnson basically cuts a backstage promo saying, well, it's in the ring, but same thing, you get the idea. Basically saying, hey, that's great to be here. Why did they default to me for the road agent for everything? Holy crap. But basically, Rocky Johnson saying, hey, it's great to have beaten Abdul the Butcher. I finally did it. I'm on top of the world. It's an honor, even though I am not Canadian specifically. It's an honor to represent Canada. I will do the best to be Canada's champion here in CFW and see where everything goes, which is why I've talked with you, of course, Jonathan Corky, and we've agreed to have a number one contender battle royal at CFW Live 3 at CFW Live 3, but face me for a title shot in the coming months. So Rocky Johnson, going to be a fighting champion, wants to make sure all the challengers earn it and trying to find the line. So definitely a moment to shine for Rocky Johnson. And in our main event, with a 57, Killer Kowalski destroys Tony Bourne with a diving knee drop, basically getting his revenge on Tony Bourne after all this time, followed up with a promo where Killer Kowalski basically says, you know, it's great to have gotten revenge, but I still have my sights set on one man. A man who currently calls himself a world champion, but has yet to beat me. Nick Kozak, I'm calling you out. I'm calling out your championship because everything you hold dear will be torn apart. Just you wait. And you know what? Not you know what. And I will not challenge you for the title right away, but just know my day will come and I'm coming for you. The very ominous words from Tony Bourne as we have a 54 show, solid show here. Everything kind of hit, other than the post-match handshake, but it worked. Everything hit here. This was a great show. I kind of wish this was a live special. Wish our live specials could hit this much sometimes, it feels like. But solid show here as we build up to the final show. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Killer Kowalski calling out Nick Kozak. Nick Kozak, of course, entangled in a feud with Beast, but the title picture just got a whole lot more interesting. Okay, so let's begin the show with a rookie showcase. And basically, Dusty Rhodes defeats Nikolai Volkov in the pre-show. Kind of a weaker rookie showcase, but a good match nonetheless, especially for their popularity. Our rookies continue to kill it. Next up, so kind of a slow. The show got off to a strong start, but basically the Corsicans are walking around backstage. They see Roddy Piper and they start taunting it. Oh, aren't you the rookie who put up a fight against Gene Knitsky? You know, are you the current who's won titles everywhere? I'm blanking on the exact title he won, but he just won a title elsewhere, and they were bringing that up. And Roddy Piper was like, "Look, I'm just trying to do my job." It's like, "Hey, you're a rookie. You're not supposed to be here," and they just start beating him down. They beat down Roddy Piper, leave him, and that's how we start the show. And next up, wow, not a good match. Okay, so Jack Britton, I got to get rid of. So I got to remember to do that. I'll probably do that once I finish recording, so you guys don't have to worry about seeing that. But in his debut, Chris Tolos defeats Nikolai Volkov, not Nikolai Volkov. So basically, Chris Tolos, he's a big name here in British Columbia wrestling scene, debuts, wins the match, and, solid debut. Some new faces here to try to fill in the gaps that while he's still on our roster, I'm just not planning for Abdul the Butcher to be on our roster for a while, and if he just continues to stay, then we'll start using Abdul the Butcher again. But for right now, we lost a career match. I'm not going to have Abdul the Butcher. We got to get some names. I've had to bring in some names to make sure we get there. Next up, wow, all of our matches are under delivering right now. George Kadaski defeats Harold Sakata. So just kind of a fun match where the babyface wins before we get into the storyline. Next up, basically, the Brunetti brothers, they cut a promo saying how excited they are to face off against the Von Erichs coming up on CFW live on the third annual CFW live special. And basically they're very happy and everything. And then yeah, okay, there we go. Finally, a decent match here, an angle that hit. This was our main event match. What is going on with this show? But 46, solid match, hyping up the number one contenders. And next up, they killed it. Basically, Nick Kozak comes down to the ring. He says, Beast, come on out here. We didn't continue last week. They start talking. Beast starts taunting him, being like, hey, what happened to your brother? Look at all I've done to you. I'm undefeated so far. And Nick Kozak says, you really think you could beat up my brother? And just starts brawling with him. Let's hope we got above 40 for this show. And I don't think we did. I poorly booked this show. Okay, we get a 43. The main event segment carried it. So I thought we booked a decent show. I kind of, I underestimated or overestimated this match right here, probably, and then Chris Tolo. So I got to turn off a few more road agents, but other than that, decent show, not the best go home show. I wish I did better, but it is what it is. We had 100 people show up. That's, I guess, what counts. But yeah, we'll check on our finances here as we're approaching the end of the month. Then, as we really end the month, we will look at our finances here. But basically, let me just see here. Uh, So, all right, so we're going to lose around the same amount of money this month, just looking at everything. Our biggest expense right now is show costs, yeah, like $13,000. You lose that, we're making $5,000 a month. So it is what it is. Not much we can do. We may end up just having a short run here with CFW, but it is what it is. It may fade into obscurity, but I'm proud of it, so that's what matters. I do hope we will continue to be around. I do have very long-term stories lines in mind, but that's it for this one. See you guys for the CFW Live Special 3 when that comes out. Stay tuned for that. If you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.